welcome back to another Chris McPherson show, live watch-along. And we are here for Game 2 of the WNBL Championship Series between the Perth Lynx and the Townsville Fire. Townsville got the first game 88-79, going back not that long now, just back to the 26th, so only a few days ago of February. And they've dominated certainly the recent matchups. They took the head-to-head during the season 2-1. Each team, though, won the games on the road, interestingly enough. Townsville were the first team this season to win a game between these two on their home court when they won Game 1 of the Championship Series. And you only need to throw your memory back to last year's semi-final series for when these guys went toe-to-toe in a playoff series, and Townsville came back from a first-game loss to win that 2-1 to book themselves into the Championship Series, where they took on and eventually went down to the Bendigo Spirit. Townsville have been one of the dominant forces in recent WNBL seasons. They've won 4 titles in the last 11 seasons, looking to make it 5 from 12 as they continue to go on their march. They've done really well. These guys have played in a championship series before, going back to the year of 2015-16, so 10 years ago, and Townsville won that one 2-0 over Perth. Great to have you all tuning in. Make sure to hit like on the video, hit subscribe on the channel, get involved in the comments. This is the first of 2 games that we're going to bring to you today. We will also have the game between Australia and the Philippines a little later on tonight. That'll be 10:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time, so just over 6 hours time. But in the meantime, let's get into this one. We are set for tip-off. Let's have a look at how the two teams are expected to line up. And Zhu Han will be the focus for the Perth Lynx, undoubtedly. She's a key cog there, but the Chinese superstar, their starting 5 will be Ali Wilson, Alex Chiabatoni, Zhu Han, Annalie Maley, and Amy Atwell. Their bench will be Stephanie Gorman, Kiana Weir, Jaya Scafidi, Kiara Waite, Tegan Graham, Yamaya Morris, and Alira Fotu. On the other side of the coin, the Townsville Fly, the visitors, they took out the first game, as we know. Their starting 5 will be Mila Sowa, Courtney Woods, Alicia Froling, Alex Fowler, Abby Ellis, and the bench, Chantel Horvat, Chloe Foster, Dakota Crichton, Caitlin Van Ness, Jessie Edwards, and Lucy Olsen. It's going to be an absolutely cracking encounter, all on the line for Perth. A win here for Townsville will secure the championship, their 5th in their club's history. While for Perth, a win here would keep the series alive and look to take them to a point of chasing down a championship in their third game of this series. This is a Perth side that has been to the championship series twice in the last 4 years prior to this season. So this is 3 times in 5 years. But they went down to the Southside Flyers in 22-23. They went down to the Melbourne Boomers in 21-22. They also, as we said, lost 2015-16 to Townsville. So can they go one better? The club is committed to trying to win that championship and take it forward. They did win one way back in 1992 under the Perth Breakers moniker before they became the Perth Lynx from 2001 to 2010. And then the West Coast Waves for 5 years there before becoming back to the Perth Lynx name under the 2015 season. So we look forward to seeing what they can conjure here. Can they get this done? Can they come from behind, chase this down, and relive those glory days of 1992 where they took down the Dandenong Rangers under the tutelage of Tom Ma? That will be the question. Such a long time ago. The first under the Perth Lynx banner, as we said, if they do it. And breaking a 34-year drought if they can get it done. But plenty of time, plenty of water to go under the bridge before we can get to that point. Great to have you tuning in. Make sure to hit like on the video, hit subscribe on the channel, get involved in the comments. Let us know where you're tuning in from around the world to Game 2 of the WNBL Championship Series, a live watch-along on the Chris McPherson Show. Not far from tip-off now. Looking forward to this one getting started between the Perth Lynx and the Townsville Fire. Townsville winning 88-79 only a few days ago. Thursday night hoops it was. They got the first of the W's to take towards getting this series done. And again, if they can win this second game on the road, which they've already won twice in Perth this season, back in November and again in January. They will seal this championship series and lock themselves in as 5-time champions of the WNBL. Watch for the battles. Alicia Froling will be key. Mila Soa as well. Plenty of dominant players. Courtney Woods averaging almost 15 points, 5 rebounds and 6 assists a season. She'll be a cog in that wheel as well, their captain. On the other side, Annalie Maley will go a long way to getting things done, as will Amy Atwell. Zuhan. They've got stack sides on both pieces of this ledger. We cannot wait for it. But as we wait for tip-off, make sure to get involved in those comments. Let us know where you're tuning in from. Team's just going through the last of their instructions. We're going to just fix a small technical issue and we'll be right back with you. Don't go anywhere as we get set for tip-off here in Game 2 of the Championship Series. The WNBL, Perth Lynx playing host to the Townsville Fire. The Fire leading the series 1-0 as we go into Game 2. Well, thank you for your patience. We are back and we're getting ready for tip-off here. As we said, the starting five, Chibatoni, Atwell, Wilson, Zoo, and Maley for the home side. The Lynx for the Fire, it's Soa, Woods, Froling, Fowler, and Ellis. He's absolutely game on. This is going to be a cracker. The Fire in their blue away kit. Perth Lynx in their red with pink, or pale red. I guess Mertling you'd call it. Zuhan towers over all of them at this point as they get set for tip-off in the first quarter of Game 2 of the Championship Series WNBL action. Of course, make sure if you haven't already, hit subscribe, hit that bell icon down below so you get notifications each and every time we drop an episode or go live. We're going live again later tonight for Australia versus the Philippines. But here we are, we're all set. Game 2 of the Championship Series. The ball goes up. Unsurprisingly, Zoo wins it. And now, Perth have the first chance to go on the offense. Wilson shapes to lob the pass in, gives it off instead. Annalie Maley, and then all of a sudden, a foul called against the Fire as Wilson tried to push through. And the screen coming. The foul goes against Alicia Froling straight up. So 13 seconds gone. Inbound to Zoo. Maley. Lobbed forward now, Zoo on the spin. Rolls away, can't get it to go, but the rebound is batted down by Maley. Zoo goes in again. She gets the first bucket of the match. And the home side take the lead 2-0. 30 seconds gone here in the first quarter. As the Perth Lynx take on the Townsville Fire in Game 2 of the WNBL Championship Series. Make sure to get involved in those comments. Let us know where you're tuning in from. Let us know who you're barracking for. Which team you're cheering for. Townsville go to the hoop there. Nice work. Froling getting 2 points. Working the ball around here. What can they conjure? The Lynx. Immediately going to Chibatoni. Back to Zoo outside the 3-point line. Ali Wilson carves around. Drives into the lane. Takes it to the hoop. Flicks it back looking for Zoo, but it's batted down. And a foul's called against Zoo. She just leant in a bit too hard. She tried to pull out of it as Fowler tried to go on the breakaway. Good work from Perth, but just there's a bit more hit and hope. Wasn't Fowler, it was Woods actually. So here we go now. The Fire will work it. There's Froling. Gives it off to Woods. She steps back beyond the 3-point line. Gets it. Drives for 3. Doesn't go though. Pops back out. Now Maley just carving away into the lane. Gets up and over and gets another 2 for the home side. They get back to the lead. 8:25 on the clock. Rolling with the spin move. Hands off. Soa with a 3 and drains it. That is a beautiful shot. One step and hits it to give her team the lead for the first time today. Just under 2 minutes gone as Maley drives the edge of the lane. Zoo for 3 to try and respond and just airballs it to the left of the bucket. Out of bounds. Fire ball. Mila Soa with the mismatched shoes out there. One blue, one yellow, something a little different. Frolling running point. Hands it off now. Woods drives into the lane, bounces off a body, hits it up. Zoo gets a fingertip on it, but it's not enough to stop it going in. 7-4 Townsville, 7:41 on the clock. Wilson now. Handoff ball popped over the top for Atwell. A little bit of confusion. Hanzu loses control of the ball. Atwell gets down, manages to lob it up for Wilson. Wilson drives into the lane, tries to throw it up under the hoop. The shooting foul is going to be called on Milasoa, and she's going to go to the line. So it will be Ali Wilson at the line. Just seeing, it might actually be called here on Courtney Woods as the first of the free throws goes in. 7-5, 7:27 on the clock. Seven-6 gets both. Immediately Soa going down court, lobs it long. She goes to Fowler. Now back for Ellis. Fowler thinks about the 3. Ellis open, hits for the 3. Doesn't quite go. Rebound taken Atwell. She pushes it down court through Maley, who drives to the left of Woods, cuts back across. Overhits it though, banking it off the glass, and it doesn't go. Quick ball from Woods. Oh, simple layup, open layup. And as Wilson tries to get it, she's cleaned up from behind by Milasoa, who will have her second foul. Fowler just had such an easy opportunity just to finger roll that as she went through. Just found the underside of the hoop. That's poor execution. Good to have you all tuning in. Make sure to hit like on the video. Hit subscribe on the channel. Get involved in those comments. Don't be shy. Let us know where you're watching from, what you're after in terms of a result here. As Wilson goes, the hoop drives in, hits the screen, bounces off, but misses the bucket, and all of a sudden, the Fire are on the breakaway. Carving around the outside, we've got Zoo. We've got a player taking a stray finger, have we? Chivatoni. Not sure what happened there. She just ran into the Fowler screen, but Fowler not quite set, still moving. So it will be an offensive foul. Perth will come away with the ball, trailing by 1 at the moment. 3.5 minutes gone here. Chibatoni gets in under the hoop, banks it in off the glass, and gives her side the lead back. Toing and froing early in Game 2 of the WNBL Championship Series. Now they're working avenues here. Woods, she's set deep, goes for 3. She took a moment, took a second look, and then reset her feet. Didn't get it though. Now Maley, running like she doesn't really have a specific direction, but she ends up finding it to Zoo. Zoo goes up, gets fouled in the act, gets her own rebound instead, but will go to the line for 2 more shots. Try and extend this Perth lead out. Shannon Seabom, the Townsville Fire coach, a little animated towards the referees here, asking some questions. Alicia Froling checks out of the game. Zuhan at the line. Hits it first. That's a 2-point lead. Equal biggest for the Lynx. Biggest of the game has been 3 by the Fire, and that's now what the Lynx lead by. 10-7. 4 minutes gone here. Averaging 18 points a game, Zuhan. Abby Ellis carving around. Foul given by Wilson on Fowler. Both sides giving a lot of early fouls. Plenty of physicality. It's all on the line here. Nisha Froling on 2 fouls and personal fouls at the moment. Well, they picked up Soa for 2, but she's just got 1. Froling must have been tagged with one of them. Woods now drives into the lane, runs out of space, spits it out wide. They think about the 3. Doesn't happen. Instead, up and under. That looks like Chantel Horvat out there now, getting the margin back to 1 point. 10-9. Don't be shy out there, guys. Get involved in those comments. Let us know where you're watching from, what you're up to on your Sunday. 3-point shot for the Lynx, and absolutely drained. That is some beautiful shooting. That's Stephanie Gorman out there. That gives them their greatest lead of the day, 4 points. Woods with a 3-point shot straight back, bounces in, pops back out. Horvat can't retain it and just loses it over the baseline. Perth Lynx ball. 13 points to 9. The Lynx lead early here. Gorman had barely even checked in when she got the opportunity to hit that 3. Just stepped onto the court for her first moments. Also out there now is Tegan Graham. Zuhan pops the ball into her on the edge of the lane. Annalie Maley ducks under a wild challenge and gets it home, and all of a sudden Perth lead by 6. This is some more fluent ball from the Lynx. Soa out wide on the right edge. Starts coming around. She's under pressure from Graham. Foul called for reaching in on Stephanie Gorman. The inbound ball for the Fire. Soa trying to create an option straight away. Doesn't even set her feet, just fires the 2-pointer on the inbound pass. 15-11, 4:25 on the clock in this first quarter. To and fro, momentum swinging both ways. Tegan Graham gets in and under, can't get the bucket to go. Rebound taken by the Fire. It was Fowler that got it. She hands it off. And immediately it finds its way to Ellis. She pops it back now. Courtney Woods, the captain, drives in towards the top of the lane. Decides to go a little further, a little spin move. Can't get out of there. Throws it up, hitting and hoping. As she falls off balance, doesn't go to the target. Maley drives down court after taking the rebound. It is frenetic here. Ball popped over the top for Zuhan. Rolls around the rim and drops. Back to a 7-point margin here. 3:48 on the clock. And it looks like the Fire will take a timeout. Zuhan has 6 points already. Leads all comers next best. Milasoa with 5 points for the Fire. It's just so hard to stop Zuhan. .1 meters tall. Towers over the other side. When you think someone like an Alicia Froling on the opposition, who will be one of the taller players, 1.9. She's got 21 centimeters in height over Froling. Not insignificant, that is fair. 3:48 on the clock. Perth in a timeout. 17-11. Townsville in a timeout. 17-11 Perth lead. 2/3 of the way through this first quarter. As I said, Zoo leading the point, 6 points. Next best, Soa with 5. Maley with 4 for the Lynx. The Lynx absolutely on top here. So, what can the Fire do in response here? Equal biggest lead of the game for the Lynx, 6 points. Now Fowler swings it wide. 3-point shot doesn't go. We have an offensive foul called against Chantel Horvat. They're going all the way back now. The shot was waved away, and it's 17-11, 3:35 on the clock. Perth with the inbound ball. Ali Wilson's on it. Zuhan now flicks it wide. Wilson. Zuhan fouled again. They're into the bonus, Townsville, so Zuhan will go to the line again here. Perth turning up the heat on the Fire. This foul goes against Horvat. That's back-to-back fouls for her. Zoo goes to the line. Hits the first. 7-point lead now. They're starting to stretch it a little, Perth. A reminder, they lost the first game of this series, 88-79 up in Townsville on Thursday night. She hits another, and it's an 8-point lead. Unsurprisingly, Coach Ryan Patrick very happy with that. And now he'll give his Chinese star a moment to catch a breath. You would expect that means your Maya Morris has checked in. Certainly does. And Towns will try and match up a little easier against Morris. Woods fires it back. A little shake. Back to Woods. Out wide now. 3-point shot. Well off target. And they come away with it. That was Lucy Olsen. Nowhere near the target in her first attempt. A little rusty as she gets out there. Now Wilson for 3. Oh, looked like it was going for all money. Morris can't get the rebound. They fire it away. Olsen on the ball now. Olsen strides down the court. Little step over. Pulls back. They work it wide. Horvat's got space but doesn't take it on. Abby Ellis now drives around to the outside edge of the lane. Comes back into the middle of the lane. Gets over the top. Mishandles, but it falls to a teammate in Fowler, who hits the bucket. 19-13, 2:22 on the clock. 3-point shot straight away back at them from Perth. Doesn't go, and they get the clean rebound through Fowler. Ellis now, she pulls up for a 3-pointer. She can't get it to go either. Wilson mishandles. Fowler again. This time, the 3-pointer does hit from Courtney Woods. The captain comes up with a huge shot. 19-16. No, it was only a 2-point shot, was it? I'm going to say Toe was on the line. I'll wait for the official score to update. Ball in for Morris. She's fouled, and she'll go to the line for 2 free throws. Was a 2-pointer. Woods toe on the line. They show the replay, and her toe was on the line. And Uriah Morris in the paint. Foul called against Fowler. Great to have you all tuning in. Make sure to hit like on the video, hit subscribe on the channel, get involved in those comments, guys. Don't be shy. Let us know where you're watching from, what you're up to on your Sunday afternoon. Free throw goes in. 1 from 2. Now the Fire working it around, little fumbles, sneaking into their game. Horvat spins away. Ball falls to Fowler, despite the pass and putting the pressure on here. They did get some rims, so the shot clock resets. Step across for a 3-point shot, and that's beautifully drained. Lucy Olsen gets us back to a 2-point game with 1:10 on the clock. Hello, Frankie L1D. What the name is? Yeah, there we go. Watching along in New South Wales. Not who you're cheering for. A little bit of a contact there, and we're going to come back for a foul. The foul called. The foul drawn by Fowler. Beautiful 3-point shot just before from Olsen. Got the Lynx to take it to game 3. Okay. Oh, turnover ball there from Perth. Managed to take the interception at the Lynx, and then they spin into the paint. A nice little finish there in the end from Chibatoni, who's back out there. Gets him out to a 4-point lead. 30 seconds on the clock. A foul given there. And it'll be the Fire now going to the line. The foul called on Tegan Graham. Free throw taken. Both hit. 22-20. 2-point game. 25 seconds on the clock. 7-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Working it round. Ball out of bounds, and it's going to be fireball with 12 seconds on the clock. Can they level us up as we head into quarter time? That's the big question. Opportunity here, 7 on the clock now. They take their time. Horvat in underneath, misses the bucket. So it comes through and cleans up, but a foul's been called. .3 seconds on the clock. We've got the timeout now coming from the Fire as they just look to cool their jets and figure everything out. Great to have you all tuning in early in this one. Game 2 of the Championship Series in the WNBL. The Fire leading 1-0. Great if you could hit like on the video. Hit subscribe on the channel if you haven't already and get involved in those comments. Tank Dog. Who wins? Well, Townsville probably favourites at this point despite trailing by 2. They're at the free throw line and they're right in this contest. But there's been so many swings of momentum and opportunities that absolutely anything could happen. So we'll see what happens at the line here. And they've turned it over, Townsville. Perth get the ball. Oh, 3-point shot on quarter time from way downtown. That is beautiful basketball from Amy Atwell, and it's 25-20 at the break. That could be a huge momentum swinger. We'll see what comes of that. But my, oh my. That is a beautiful bucket. Just a reflex action from deep on the left, 45-degree angle, and she drains it. I don't think anyone expected her to shoot from there. It's one of those ones when you're up and about, that can absolutely steer the momentum even further. Beautiful work from Atwell. So there's going to be a foul on the 3-point shot against Milasoa. And there'll still be a little bit of time on the clock from when the foul occurred. So probably a second on the clock. So the first quarter not over just yet. My, oh my, this keeps getting more interesting as we go. So just waiting for the review to complete. I'm making sure there was time on the clock when the shot got away. And that will go to the line to make it a 6-point ball game. And look to extend this lead a little for Perth. And there'll still be some time on the clock before quarter time after all. Referee just with our review officials. A discussion, confirmation of how long there will be on the clock. And she will go to the line. Just under 1 second on the clock. It'll be 0.7 seconds. The Fire weren't going to join them down here, Perth. Now they've finally worked out that they need to be there for this one free throw. It'll be interesting to see if Atwell misses. Will Zuhan be able to get in there and get the rebound? She doesn't miss, so it doesn't matter. 26-20. And the Fire won't get a shot away. And a 6-point lead. What looked like it was going to be a tight game at the quarter is all of a sudden blown out from 2 points to 6. Huge momentum shift here at home for the Perth Lynx in this first quarter. A wonderful first quarter. Ebbs, flows, swings, and roundabouts. It had it all. Great to have you all tuning in. Make sure, if you haven't already, please hit like on the video. Hit subscribe on the channel and get involved in those comments. We've got a couple of people in there at the moment. That's wonderful to see. Happy to see more of you in there. Let us know what you're up to on your Sunday outside of the basketball. And as I said, we will be back again a little later tonight at 10:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time for the Australia and Philippines match in the FIBA World Cup qualifiers. So really looking forward to that. In the meantime, though, let's have a run through the leaders after what was a roller coaster first quarter that really dragged out in the end. We are 24 minutes after the scheduled tip-off at 4:10 p.m. But looking at the visitors first, and Mila Soa leads all scorers with 5 points. Soa's 5 points, no assists, no rebounds. Also similar numbers, Lucy Olsen, 5 points, no assists, no rebounds. Then go to Courtney Woods and Chantel Horvat, both on 4 points. Woods 1 rebound and 2 assists. Horvat just the 1 rebound, no assists. Alicia Froling also has 2 points. And when we have a look at Froling's numbers, Froling 2 points and 1 rebound. And Alex Fowler, no points, but 5 rebounds and 4 assists, off to a solid contribution. On the other side for the Perth Lynx, we've got Zuhan leading all scorers with 8 points in this first quarter on 67% shooting. Also with 1 rebound. We then go back to a couple of players on 4 points. Annalie Maley, 4 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. And Alex Ciabattoni with 4 points as well on 100% shooting, impressively. No assists, no rebounds. We go back to Steph Gorman, 3 points. Again, 100% shooting. She is 1 from 1 from the 3-point zone. And no rebounds, no assists. And then we're dropping back to the very minor numbers for Yamaya Morris and Ali Wilson. So that is how it sits at the moment at quarter time. It is absolutely game on between these two teams. It'll be interesting to see who can come out the better in the second quarter. Both had their opportunities in that first. But not long now till we'll be underway. Ryan Petrick and Shannon Seaborn having their conversations with their team now at the interval. And now they send them back out. They head to the sideline for a Townsville ball. And we are ready to rock and roll for the second quarter here. Game 2 of the Championship Series. Perth leading this one. Townsville lead the series 1-0. Must win for Perth. A win for the Fire would seal the championship. As we said, a 5th championship potentially for the Fire. Intercepted ball from Woods there by Zuhan. You know, find it hard to lob pass beyond her at the post. Now Ciabattoni for Zoo. Looks to give it off. 3-point shot. No, 2-point shot. Successful for Stephanie Gorman. She moves up to 5 points. 28-20 equal. Biggest lead of the game thus far. Froling back out there. Woods. Woods trying to get up and around and does so. Gets a quick one back, banked in off the glass. Nice little short range shot. Woods up to 6 points. Ciabattoni. She gets one straight back. No one's mucking about here. Ciabattoni up to 6 points as well. Still at 100% shooting. Olsen runs out of space in the end. Fowler back in. Gives it off for Froling, who finds Woods. Little bounce pass for Froling in the paint. Tries to work around against Zuhan. Gets the ball back herself. Goes up again. Draws a foul. Zuhan not happy with it. Perplexed, you might say. It did look like she got a lot of ball. Then she got the hand there after the fact. So it will be a shooting foul, and Froling will go to the line. And Zuhan will check straight out of the game. Froling misses a first. Normally a pretty consistent shooter. Gets a second. Back to a 7-point game. Early doors in this second quarter. 1:20 gone. Annalie Maley looking for options. Wilson drives to the free throw line. Pulls back. Atwell thinks about the three-point shot. Carves through a couple of players. Leaves it short, though, on the shot. I think we're going to have another foul called here on Froling. Ball lobbed over the top. Now Perth work it back in from the baseline. Trying to spin it around over the top. Tony keeps it going. 4 from 4. Now they're out to the biggest lead they've had, 9 points. Now Fowler spins around, takes it under. Manages to leave a defender grasping and gets another 2. Her first bucket of the game, 2 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. Maley's there running the point for the Lynx. Wilson driving into the paint, goes past one and gets another bucket. Both teams shooting well early in this second. 2 minutes and 10 seconds gone. Froling going to work up against Atwell, spins away, fires it back. Olsen thinks about the 3, gives it off to Woods for 3. Drains it, does the captain. Back to a 6-point game. She's up to 9 points. She's now the leading scorer in the game. Maley has an opening, steps in, 2 steps inside the 3-point arc, leaves it short though. Froling the rebound. Straight away go on the attack. Olsen, nice little crossover move. Goes in, lays it up off the glass, and the Fire are on fire. 34-30. They're on a run here, back to 4 points. 5 unanswered points here. They can get a stop again. This would be significant for them. Atwell, ball broken up, doesn't fall into Fire hands. They Lynx get it back through Atwell. She calls Maley to her. Tries to fire it into the mid-range. Sloppy turnover, is it? I'm going to say jump ball. It's come off 2 hands at the same time, says the referee. Let's have a look and see what the decision is. Jump ball was the initial signal, and that's what it will be. So it'll be Lynx ball on the sideline. Excuse me. Great to have you all tuning in. Make sure to hit like on the video. Hit subscribe on the channel. Get involved in those comments. And they work it around 3-point shot. Doesn't go. Maley gets the rebound, though, for the Lynx. Pops it back again. Graham can't get it to go. And then Froling out rebounds Annalie Maley. They fire it wide here. Olsen for 3. Well off the mark. And Zuhan is back out there and takes the rebound. 6:35 on the clock. Maley driving into the right edge of the lane. Gets up and over Alicia Froling. Around the bucket. Gets it back to a 6-point game. Maley 6 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. Woods driving into the paint. Up against Zuhan. Trying to find the ball over the top. Gives it off to Froling, who rolls it in. Finger roll off the glass. 36-32. 6:12 on the clock. It's frenetic this second quarter. Lob pass over the top. Tony at the top of the 3-point arc. Zuhan sets the screen. Tony gets into mid-range. The first miss of the game. Batted out there by Froling. And a foul called, it looks like, on Stephanie Gorman. No, it's on Zuhan. You'll see a few people jumping in. Make sure to hit like on the video. Hit subscribe on the channel if you haven't already. Lots more live watch-alongs coming at you over the coming weeks. If you want to check out some details, have a look at the post on our channel feed. As Alicia Froling goes in and up and gets fouled by Zuhan. That's some frequency of fouls at the moment. Zuhan up to 3 personal fouls. Only midway through this second quarter. Rolling at the line, 36-32. Chance to get her Fire back within two. Hits the first of her free throws. WNBL Championship Series. Doesn't get the second one. Maley doesn't get the last touch. Fowler beats her to it. It'll be Perth ball, 3-point ball game. 5:40 still on the clock in this second quarter. Great to have you all tuning in. Don't be shy to get involved in those comments. Zally Wilson just throws herself into the air there and tries to appeal for a foul, but the referee says he lost control of the ball. It went over the baseline. It's going to be Fire ball. Now, Olsen drives down on the left edge, just taking her time with the ball. Cuts into the lane, gets a little mid-range jumper, leaves it short though. Morris nearly took it away, but Maley called her off and Maley takes it. Maley fires it out wide to the right. Chibatoni's there. Backs away into the lane. Double team now. Morris is out there. Lobs it over the top. Quick ball moving in for Maley. Little fadeaway jumper. Doesn't work for her though. Into the midpoint of the second quarter. 4:55 on the clock. Townsville have cut it back to three. 3-point shot from Fowler. Doesn't go. Wilson with the rebound. Maley looks for the foul. And they're going to say no. Foul called on Yamaya Morris just for a shove on Froling there. Just came through with a push block. The referee right on the spot and gets it absolutely right. 4:41 on the clock. Townsville ball. Opportunity goes begging to keep that margin open. Nice little crossover. Ellis steps back beyond the 3-point arc, takes a shot and hits it and ties us up at 36ers. First bucket of the day for Abby Ellis. And we're 36 all, 4:18 on the clock. Perth in foul trouble. Maley. Jemima Morris is going to need to get her game together because she's going to have to play some serious minutes with Zuhan on 3 fouls already. Again, a miss from Perth. Ellis and Woods work together. Ellis just crosses it over behind her back. Bounce pass in. Froling goes in underneath. Can't get it to go. Maley takes the rebound. 3:50 on the clock. Maley drives all the way in. Gets up and puts some spin on it. Count the bucket, says the referee. And go to the line for one. Maley, 8 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists in 14 and a bit minutes of play. The foul called on Fowler. Maley up the line. Annalie Maley doesn't get it. Rebound taken by Townsville. Batted out of their hands though by Perth over the baseline. It'll be Townsville ball. 3:45 to go till half time. Certainly been helter-skelter this second quarter. Similar to that finish to the first. Points have slowed down a little, but Courtney Woods goes in, just gets the little fingertip roll and ties us back up at 38 apiece with 3:30 on the clock. Ball fired wide. Atwell's there. And a foul called on Woods. Atwell trying to cut through. Woods just had the leg out. Tough one. Second foul against Townsville this quarter. Might be a shooting foul. So Graham inbounds to Wilson. Finds Atwell just in the corner of the lane. She hits it. No doubt there. Out of the hands of Amy Atwell. She's up to 6 points. Now Horvat. Milasawa loses a footing. Has to fire it back. Abby Ellis deep beyond the 3-point arc. Almost back at halfway. Carves past one. Gets the mismatch with Morris. Can't get it to go though. Rebound taken. Maley. Emily Maley banking those rebounds. Wilson driving into the lane. Burns past one. Doesn't get the shot. Morris gets the rebound. Misses the next shot and can't get the next rebound. Away it goes with Courtney Woods. And she gives it off. Abby Ellis. Horvat. 3-point shot from Ellis. Doesn't go. Froling's there underneath. 3-point again. Hit by the captain, Courtney Woods. She's got a laser eye and a red-hot hand. 41-40. They go back to the lead with 2:22 on the clock. Do the Fire. 3-point shot from the left edge for Perth. Doesn't come. That's going to be a foul against Heather Graham over the top on Mila Sawa. The Townsville ball. That's some absolute red-hot 3-point shot so far in this game. Great to have you all tuning in. Make sure to hit like on the video. Hit subscribe on the channel. And let us know who you're barracking for. Don't be shy in those comments. Get in there. Let us know. Where are you watching from? What are you up to on your Sunday? Feel free to get in there and have a chat about some of the other sports going on. Plenty of cricket happening around the world. The World Cup T20's heating up. We've got FIBA basketball on as well at the moment. The NBA's continuing through. NBL finals just around the corner. Rugby league starting. The F1's about to start as well. Drive to Survive dropped. Both free throws are good. And it's 43-40. 2:10 on the clock here. Great to have some people involved in those comments. Very quiet today. A couple of early commenters seem to have disappeared. 3-point shot here. Doesn't quite go. Rebound. Again taken by the Fire. They send Sawa on the attack. She's crossing up. Doing all the work. Gets underneath Morris. Can't get it to go. Rebound taken by Horvat, but she's going to be fouled and she'll get to go to the line. Good work, Chantel Horvat. Got Woods, Ellis, Froling, Sauer, and Horvat out there at the moment for the Fire. Wilson, Atwell, Maley, Chibatoni. And Steph Gorman. First the free throws is good, and all of a sudden Townsville out to a 4-point lead here. Maybe 5 if Horvat can hit this second free throw. Drops in, spins up off the front of the rim. 5-point lead. She's up to 6 points. 1:40 on the clock. And work it wide. Swing it back now. Chibatoni. 3-point drained. Absolute red hot. Steph Gorman. 2-point game now. 1:30 on the clock. Work to do. Who can get the momentum heading into half time? Nice shot over the top of Ali Wilson from Mila Sauer. Makes it a 4-point game again. Atwell, 1:15 on the clock. Steps back. Tries to hit the 3. Doesn't quite go. Can they get the rebound? Maley couldn't win. Woods takes it. Captain v captain. Ellis now comes away. Ellis crossing up. Driving in. Finds a way into the lane. Finds a way back out of the lane. Outside the 3-point arc. Thought about going from way downtown. Steps in. Gets a cleaner shot. Hits another 3. Abby Ellis. They bring up the 50. 50-43. On track for a big score here, these two teams. Working it now. Chibatoni. 40 seconds on the clock. 28-second differential. Chibatoni from the free throw line. Doesn't get it. Maley takes the rebound, though. Thinks about immediately taking the shot. Wilson from way downtown for 3. She doesn't get it. A few missed shots there in a row for the Lynx. And Ellis comes away with it. Crossing it up against Chibatoni. Gives it off to the left to Woods. Fire with the ball just outside the 3-point arc. Horvat, not sure who she's going to. She's running out of options. She needs to move it along. There we go. No. Referee says travel. She took too long, moved around too many different directions without actually transferring the ball. And with 12.5 seconds on the clock, that's a great result if you are the Perth Lynx and you're trailing by 7. Townsville's biggest lead of the game, and they've got it deep in this first half. And we're going to have a timeout here for the Perth Lynx. 50-43. As I said, plenty to come on the channel in terms of live watch-alongs in coming days and weeks. Be a little quiet next week with some other commitments. We'll have plenty of videos still dropping with the Cricket World Cup and much, much more. We'll have a bit of a recap on the FIBA window as well. I'll probably come out Monday or Tuesday, probably Tuesday with where the game times are. Just pulling up the list now of the, well, I'm calling them the intended live streams. Got the Philippines versus Australia basketball game tonight on Wednesday, the 11th of March. We're hoping to have Sydney Kings in their NBL semi-final game 1. Then Thursday, the 12th of March, with the USA versus Senegal in the Women's World Cup qualifiers. We'll have Australia versus Japan that night. On the Saturday night, we're looking to have Australia versus Hungary in the Women's World Cup qualifying. And then the next thing we've got scheduled after that at this stage is the Japan Formula One Grand Prix, but there may well be some more things in the lead up and the build up to that. Just haven't locked them in yet. So certainly plenty more live watch-alongs as we go along here. And here now, 50-43, 4.3 seconds on the clock. Get the foul called here. And Wilson will go to the line, which will get 2 free throws. Maley just looking to check back in. This is our 50th live watch along since the start of the channel. Great to have you tuning in for it. First of the free throws goes in for Wilson. And she makes it 2 from 2. 5 seconds on the clock. 5-point ball game. And Townsville will call a timeout and look to advance the ball. Well, Townsville have certainly grabbed hold of this one in the second quarter. Just a reminder, they trailed by 6 at quarter time. A 30-18 quarter here in the second, just showing their championship medal. And again, if they can maintain this lead from here, they will make it. That they will be the 25-26 WNBL champions. The 5th time in the club's history that they'll win a championship. And they'd love to do so in their 25th season. That's 5 times in the last 12. It took them 13 seasons to win that first championship. And now they look to make it a 5th in 12 years. It's been a dominant period for Townsville Fire and just so crucial for them, especially considering there isn't an NBL team in town anymore. They are the biggest basketball show in Townsville. Of course, the NBL franchise based in Cairns with the Taipans. Townsville did have the Crocodiles for a long time, but no longer. And Crocodiles ran from 1993 to 2016, originally the Suns, and then became the Crocodiles. A 3-point shot from way downtown from Ellis misses, and so we will remain 50-45 at halftime. So it's been over a decade since they've had a men's side. Well, it's been a decade, I should say, since they've had a men's side in Townsville. But let's have a look at the numbers at halftime. Great to have you all tuning in. Love it if you get involved in those comments, guys. Don't be shy. Let us know what you're watching along, where you're watching along from. Just what country's fine. Don't need specific addresses, guys. Where you're watching from, what time it is. As I said, we'll be on again at 10:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time tonight, so in about 5.5 hours. But at halftime, Courtney Woods has rocketed up to 14 points for the Fire. She is absolutely dominating at this point. So let's have a look at her numbers. 14 points for Woods. 3 rebounds, 4 assists. Other big scorers for them, Lucy Olsen's on 7 points. She's got 1 rebound and 1 assist. Abby Ellis, I missed Mila Sauer, 9 points. No rebounds, no assists. Abby Ellis with 6 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. Alicia Froling, 6 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist. And Chantel Horvat, 6 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist. On the other side of the ledger, let's have a look. And we've got a number of players sitting just shy of double digits. 4 players all on 8 points. Alex Chebatoni, 8 points. No rebounds, 1 assist. Zuhan, 8 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. Annalie Maley, 8 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists. And Steph Gorman, 8 points, no rebounds, no assists. We then go back to 6 points for both Amy Atwell and Ali Wilson. Wilson with 3 rebounds and 2 assists. Atwell just with the 2 rebounds. So that is where the numbers sit at the moment as we go into halftime. 50-45. The Townsville Fire lead this with their hand slightly gripping that championship trophy. They lead 1-0 already in this series. A second game will win the 3-game series here in Perth and seal the championship, meaning we don't need game 3 to come. But Perth, they'll have their work cut out. They'll be focusing on trying to drive it back to a 3rd game. We're going to take a short break. We'll be back in about 10 minutes with the second half of Game 2 of the WNBL Championship Series here on the Chris McPherson Show as the Perth Lynx try and chase down this 5-point deficit up against the Townsville Fire. If you haven't already, please hit like on the video, hit subscribe on the channel, and hit that bell icon down below so you get those notifications each and every time we go live. But in the meantime, we'll be right back. Make sure to get involved in the comments at halftime, and we'll see you soon. Hello, team. Apologies, just a little technical difficulty getting it back underway there for the third quarter. The Fire have started the scoring. Perth get one back, and it's 55-47. Hey, Mikhail, good to have you with us. Whereabouts are you tuning in from, Mikhail? You got the under 177 from here. Don't mind that. I think the second quarter was 49 points, but I mean, you're chasing 74 from here. The Fire with the ball in hand. And they stepped on the sideline. That's a beneficial stop in the end. It was Fowler that did it. The Lynx now with the ball. Suhan fires it out. Heavy ball for Maley, but she drains the two from just inside the three-point arc to get it back to a 6-point ball game. Froling works it down court. Now Ellis looking for avenues towards the hoop. Gives it to Mila Sauer. Bounce pass into the side of the lane. There's Froling. Lobs it over the top. Hard ball for Woods to reel in. Drives into the paint. Fowler fumbles. And we've got a travel against Woods. Hey, Rara. Good to have you with us. Great to have you all tuning in. Make sure to hit like on the video. Hit subscribe on the channel. Townsville lead the 3-game series 1-0. A win here would secure them their 5th WNBL Championship. Annalie Maley lobs the ball over the top to Zuhan, the Chinese star. She can't get it to go. Hey, 3 a.m. They're going to need to pull something out here. Townsville have been the consistent, better performed side all season. They finished on top of the ladder. They're more of a consistent team unit. Perth have got a couple of big stars, most notably Annalie Maley and Zuhan. As Courtney Woods, the captain for Townsville, gets it done. 57-49. They throw it back. Zuhan for 3 points. Doesn't quite go. Maley with the rebound, though. Now they fire it back. Wilson for 3, and she drains it. That is a nice shot for Perth. Took the over and Town money, like 3/4. Oh, money line for the third quarter. Okay. Tell you what, if they win this third quarter, they're going to go a long way towards sealing the match. It's 57-52, all locked up at 7 apiece. Yep. I worked that out, KP. Great stuff. Took Perth money line for the match. Okay. Well, we've got a couple of people going toe-to-toe, head-to-head in this second half. There's 7:03 to go in this third quarter. It's a 5-point ball game. It was a big second quarter for Townsville, 30-19. Turning around a 6-point deficit into a 5-point lead. Certainly interesting as we've got a timeout now. Townsville taking the timeout, and they'll take their time to try and get through this and just reset, try and halt the Perth momentum that's just dragged them back in here. Townsville Fire. Courtney Woods leading the way for both sides with 16 points. She's been the dominant performer so far. Annalie Maley with 12. She started this quarter well. 4 points already in the quarter. Where are you guys tuning in from? KP, 3 a.m., Rara. Great to have you all watching. Love it if you hit like on the video. Hit subscribe on the channel as well. We'll be back with some more basketball a little bit later on tonight. When Australia take on the Philippines in the FIBA World Cup qualifiers. The game will be played in Manila in the Philippines. So it'll be 10:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time. Still in the timeout. Someone's just getting a little bit of patchwork done. Hey, Breets. No way season ends in a sweep. Lynx too good. Townsville have been good at sweeping series in grand finals in recent times. Go back and have a look through the history of it. So we went to a best of 3 in 2015-16, which was the last time these two came together in a championship series, which Townsville won 2-0. Took it 2-1 in 17-18. And then when Townsville won their third series, so 2 of the 3 times they've played in 3-game series, they've won 2-0. So they beat Southside Flyers in 22-23. And then they lost last year in a sweep as well, 2-0. I'd really love to see them go to a 5-game series for the grand final in the WNBL. It'd be nice to see, Breets. What are your thoughts? Still in this timeout. The injury stoppage adding to it. 7:03 on the clock. Townsville 57, Perth 52. Perth have been to 2. This is their 3rd final series in 5 years. And as it sits at the moment, they may be losing it for the 3rd time in 5 years. Lost to Melbourne Boomers in 21-22. They lost to Southside Flyers in 23-24. Yeah. My thing is, why do we need to wait for the WNBA to do it though, right? Like, let's set the tone for a change. Basketball's getting to that level now that I think it's consistent enough. It's decent enough. So we shall see what they come up with. But we are back on court, back ready to roll. My view at Breets is always too much basketball is never enough. You always have more games. Doesn't matter. Actually, that applies to most sports. More action. I mean, I know it's a little bit more for the players, but maybe they bump up the prize money just a touch. It's all going to come from somewhere, though, I suppose. So it'll be Fowler to inbound this now after this elongated break. And we're back underway. Ellis on the ball for Townsville. Little crossover. Atwell comes across, gives it off now. Hand in on the ball. Goes back over back court. We're going to have a backcourt violation here against the Fire. So Perth an opportunity to further reduce this deficit and get back into this game. 57-52, 6:47 on the clock. Perth have got it at the offensive baseline. Great to have you all getting involved. Let us know where you're tuning in from. Let us know what you're up to on your Sunday, whatever time it might be. Or for those few of you that are still Saturday night. 3-point shot from Wilson. Drains it. 2-point ball game. Perth aren't going away. Now Ellis driving it forward. Fowler. Calling Olsen to her. Olsen for 3. Doesn't quite drop. Maley takes it away and races down the right flank. Carves back into the lane. Thinks about giving it off. Does give it off to Atwell, who drives into the lane herself. Little mid-range jumper. Doesn't drop, though. Rebound taken Fowler. Olsen on the quick break. Fowler's there. She pops it over the top to her. Zuhan manages to just intercept it halfway through the air as she shoots it up. Chibatoni gives it back. Maley for 3. Drains it. Annalise Maley. It was hard. It was flat. And it gives the Perth Lynx the lead again with 5:55 on the clock. Maley up to 15 points. That's why she was runner-up in the MVP award. Ellis bounce pass in. Froling trying to get over the top of Zuhan. And that's a mammoth task for anyone. Batted out of bounds by Perth. It'll be fireball. What about that? Just rocketed that in to Annalise Maley. Holds up the 3 fingers to the crowd. Yeah, she's absolutely one of my favourites, Breets. She is a gun. An absolute gun. Love watching her play for the Opals. As the Fire don't get it done. They do manage to retain the ball, though. You're in LA, Breets. Yeah, very good of you. An Aussie expat over there. Perth get the stop. Maley drives into the bucket again. Tries to give it back to Zuhan, but loses it over the baseline. And it'll be Townsville ball. Great to have you all tuning in, guys. Plenty more basketball to come. As I said, we've got more tonight, Australia and the Philippines. And we're doing some of the Women's World Cup qualifiers later in March. Olsen hands it off here. Woods has been good for the Fire. She's been probably their best. And then we've got a foul coming in there. I think it might be on Wilson. Let's just have a look here. No, it's a Chibatoni foul. Is it? Just trying to work out, it looks like. So it will be inbound ball on the sideline in the offensive half. Olsen gives it in. Miwasawa. Woods now. Lines up for three and drains it. Toe just millimetres short of the line. Gives her side back the lead. It's a seesawing one, this one in Perth. Into the last 4 and a bit minutes of this third quarter. 3-point shot from Wilson doesn't go. Woods with the rebound. The Fire. Oh, Woods fires the pass. And it's been intercepted by the Lynx. Now, Gorman trying to find an avenue to pass it out. Gives it off to Graham. She fires it back. Wilson for three again. Doesn't go again. Zuhan with the rebound over the top. Takes it home for two. We're all tied up at 60 apiece. 4:20 on the clock. This is absolutely helter-skelter basketball. It's all on the line. Townsville chasing a championship. Perth trying to stay alive for the count. Miwasawa hits for three. Doesn't drop. Could have been a hint of a foul. The referee waves it away, and Annalie Maley goes down the other end, gives it to Zuhan, who's triple-teamed. They shoot for three from out wide. Doesn't go. Maley with the rebound, despite the numbers, and drops another two. Perth leads 62-60. My, oh my, this is a game and a half. Maley now up to 17 points. Now Olsen gives it off. Woods for the Fire. She has the ball for Townsville. Townsville driving to the edge of the lane. Woods bouncing in there. Can't get over Zuhan. I don't know why people keep trying. They're giving away 20-plus centimetres. That probably means about 50 centimetres once it comes to reach and all. And then Woods fouls Maley. Be an inbound ball. Even Courtney Woods, when she tried to go over Zuhan, then you could see her face afterwards. It was almost like, why did I do that? Question may be the same after the foul. Why did she do that? I missed your comment before, sorry, Breets, about you wish the Sparks kept her. Chibatoni with another two for Perth. They lead by 4. The Fire shot waved away. We've got a foul on Graham for a shove. West Coast Eagles AFLW coach in the house. Australian rules football, a women's competition. Those of you not in Australia. Froling, a little spin move, gets away from Graham, gets 2 points back. That's nice work from the experienced Alicia Froling for the Fire, 64-62. Now 3-point shot goes up and left short. And Maley's going to be called for a foul on Froling. That's a 4th foul this quarter for Perth, so they're going to have to be careful here. Chibatoni just trying to calm things down there. Froling got up a little irate. Olsen has done the ankle breaker on Chibatoni. Thought about pulling up for the 3. Froling in there. She goes over Zuhan. First one to do it successfully, and 64 apiece. 2:40 on the clock. This is going to come down to the wire, this one. Game 2 of the WNBL Championship Series. Chibatoni driving in on the right edge of the lane. And a foul called. I think that might be on Miwasawa. A couple of players that are tiptoeing amongst the tulips, trying to keep themselves out of trouble here with fouls. We've got Woods and Fowler and Horvat already on 3 each for the Fire. As Perth come inbound, Graham goes over the top, can't get the bucket to go, and Woods gets the rebound. On the other side of the ledger, Wilson and Zoo both in trouble for Perth on 3. Olsen tries to find the pass around underneath. Gets it off Froling and gets it back. And now Towns will take the lead, 66-64 with 2:08 on the clock. Just trying to see the foul numbers here. Tegan Graham also on 3 as Chiabatoni goes up, gets fouled, and she'll go to the line. Work to be done here. Perth, 2 free throws to try and level us back up. Just under 2 minutes remaining in this third quarter. Great to have you all tuning in. Make sure to hit like, hit on the video, hit subscribe on the channel. Lots more live watch-alongs coming across the duration of March. And the more subscribers we can get, the more of those we can build out, as well as the more videos and content I'm able to do. Both free throws go, 66-66, 1:55 on the clock. Olsen with the ball for Townsville. Gives it off to Ellis. Out on the 45, cuts into the edge of the lane, gets back to the top of the lane, leaves it short, and Maley gets another rebound. Annalie Maley's putting up some numbers. She got 17 points and 12 rebounds already, and it's not even three-quarter time. 3-point shot for Chiabatoni, doesn't go. Froling with another rebound. Another one starting to chalk some numbers, Alicia Froling. She's got 10 points, 5 rebounds. I think that's 6 rebounds and another 2 points, and gives the Fire the lead with 1:18 on the clock. 68-66, down to 1:14. Three-point shot from the Lynx doesn't work out. Atwell. It's going to be called for a foul here for a shove. Seemed a little harsh, but this looked like body up, but she just out-muscled Olsen and the arm across the back of the head. That'll do it. And that's going to mean that Townsville in the bonus, so they'll go to the line. Big thanks to those of you who got involved in the chat. KP, 3 a.m, Breets. Good to have you there. Don't be shy, guys. Get involved. Let us know where you're tuning in from. Who are you cheering for? Got some people on either side of the ledger this time. First free throw's missed. Looking for the second one. There it is. 3-point ball game. Just under a minute left. Perth here with a chance to respond. Wilson fires it out. Graham's there. Maley under pressure from Olsen. Carves inside her. Atwell for 3. And levels it at 69 apiece. Amy Atwell. That's a nice stroke. 9 points for Atwell. 2 rebounds as well. We're inside the last 35 seconds here. You're Perth winning this one. What gives you that, James? Or are you just on the Perth bandwagon? As Froling gets another 2 here. 22 seconds on the clock. 1 second between the game clock. How many quarters did they score in the third quarter? I'm not quite sure what you mean there. Maley levels us back up. 71 apiece. 12 seconds on the clock. How many points? In the third quarter so far, they've got 24. 24 points in the third quarter as Froling gets another bucket. She's absolutely put the accelerators on, and she's going to go to the free throw line with 2.4 seconds on the clock. How many total points so far in the third quarter? That will take it to 49. 49 points in the third quarter so far with a free throw to come and 2 seconds on the clock, James. And that's 74-71, 2.4 on the clock. Froling checks out. Horvat checks in. Maley's already got the double-double. She's firing. There's the big bucket shot from Wilson for three-quarter time. But 74-71. We'll run through those numbers now, Breets. So let's have a look. Courtney Woods leading the way for, well, she's equal leading with 19 points. Let's have a look at these and we'll just work through Townsville. So Woods with 19 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists. Froling, 17 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. Then you go to Lucy Olsen, 10 points, 4 assists, 1 rebound. They're the leaders for the Townsville Fire. For Perth, Annalie Maley, 19 points, 13 rebounds, and 5 assists. It'd have to be a big third quarter, but she is a potential for a triple-double. 15 points for Chebatoni, 1 assist, no rebounds. 10 points for Zuhan, 3 rebounds and 4 assists. And then you go back to Ali Wilson on 9 points with 4 rebounds and 4 assists. So certainly, yeah, Annalie Maley putting up some sort of stat line so far, carrying this team. And that's why she finished runner-up in the MVP this year. Hey, James, I'm watching it in Australia on the Australian ESPN channel. Whereabouts are you? Are you based in the US? She is a gun, Breitz. She is a gun. I can't believe she's not back in the WNBA. Yeah, I don't know that it's streamed in the US, mate, unfortunately. Not that I could find. We've had that trouble with the men's and women's Australian basketball, and that's why we do these watch-alongs. Perth won the third quarter 26-24. So, as we said, 50-point total. I think big scoring quarters, 74-71's not far off what a normal game might finish. When these guys played back in November, it was 79-70 at full time. Even when they played on Thursday night in Townsville, it was 88-79. This is one of the highest scoring WNBL games I've seen in a while. But great to have you all tuning in. If you haven't already, make sure to hit like on the video, hit subscribe on the channel. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by Anzac Day would be ideal, so the 25th of April. So first quarter, James, they had 46. Perth won that 26-20. In the second quarter, they had 49, which Townsville won 30-19. And then the third quarter, Perth, as we said, 26-24. So it's been 46, 49, and 50. So based on that, if it keeps a progression going, we could be 50 plus in this next quarter. Certainly interesting times. Yeah, they're putting up big numbers, that is for sure. And we're all set here, almost ready for the fourth quarter. Just remembering, this is absolutely everything on the line for Perth. If Townsville win this one, it is season over. This is the championship. Best of 3 series. Townsville lead 1-0. They won 88-79 in Townsville on Thursday night. They've had to both traverse the country and get back to Perth, and Perth are in possession now. They're working around Wilson for 3 from downtown. Doesn't go. Maley gets another rebound and 2 points to add to it. And it's back to a 1-point ball game. Maley, 21 points, 14 rebounds, 5 assists. Huge numbers. The NBL will happen after the FIBA break, so that'll be into the finals, mate. So you'll have the play-in games, I think, this weekend. I'll have a look at that in a second for you. Missed there from Townsville. Perth in possession. Maley for 3. Doesn't go. Zoo gets the rebound. Fires it back. Chebatoni for 3. And hits it. Perth have got the lead. And the crowd go wild. 76-74. This is some game so far. Now Woods into the arc. Pulls it back for Fowler. She drops it to Woods, who's come back outside the three-point line. Thinks about the shot. Back into the paint. Fowler with a turn. Gets the shot away. Can't get it to go. Froling gets the rebound. Drops it back to Woods. Ella screaming for it. She was open. Chebatoni reacts and gets to her. 5 on the shot clock. Woods goes in. Tries to get over the top. Banks it in off the glass. All locked up. 76 apiece. So, yeah, those games coming for you in the NBL, James. We're going to have an M1 here, I think. So we've got the play-in games coming on starting from Wednesday. So Wednesday will be the play-in game. So there's Wednesday night Australian time. As Woods is at the line to give Townsville the lead, and she hits it, 77-76. I will come back to you in a moment, Breitz, on when Game 3 will be if it is played. Let's have a look at that in a moment. As Perth go in, Wilson tries to get it. We're going to have a jump ball situation. We certainly are. Ellis was all over it, so just trying to have a look and see what the situation is. Game 3 would be Wednesday night as well, so it'd be the same night as the NBL finals, the play-in tournament getting underway. So that will be game 3, Wednesday the 4th of March in Townsville if required. So a little bit of confusion there. Milasawa nearly took the ball out of Ellis's hands, 77-76. And Townsville lose the ball. Into a Perth player. It goes over the baseline, so it's going to be Townsville ball inbound. 17 seconds still on the shot clock. Just came off Atwell's leg there in the end. Milasawa now. Shot clock down to 12. Woods. Froling sets the screen. Woods goes into the edge of the lane, gets up and over. Can't get the shot to go. Batted down, and it falls to Woods again. Milasawa takes her time. 9 on the shot clock. Townsville lead by 1. Sauer carves around, steps back outside the 3, thinks about the shot, bounce pass into Froling, who spins under Zoo. Are we going to have a foul given there? We are. Zuhan. I haven't had a bet today. I do it at different points, James. So just depending on the game. Yeah, just depending on the game. No bets today. Milasawa working the ball around for the Townsville Fire. Pressure on. Real heavy defensive press here. Ellis fires it out to Woods. 3 seconds on the shot clock. She's going to need to get one away. She lobs it up over. Doesn't go. Who's there? Annalie Maley. Another rebound for Maley. 7:30 on the clock. 1 point ball game. Maley drops back to outside the 3-point arc. Atwell. Zuhan. Sets the screen. Chibatoni gets into the lane. Goes up. Leaves it short. Maley's there though. 5 on the shot clock. Maley gets it over the top. Leaves it short. Zoo gets the rebound. Gets 2 points for Perth. The ebbs and flows continue. Great to have you all tuning in. We'd love it if you'd hit like on the video, hit subscribe on the channel, and get involved in the comments. Woods just waltzes into the lane, unmarked, untouched, unobserved. Gives Townsville back the lead, 79-78. Now the Lynx, Perth with the ball. Wilson gets a step of space, gives it to Maley. Will she think about the 3-point shot? No, she lobs it up for Zuhan. Zuhan from outside the lane, can't get it to go. Fowler takes the rebound. Ellis working the down court. Chibatoni's pushing on it, pressing, putting that pressure applied. Now Fowler. She's got nowhere to go. Maley's there. Froling. Nice screen from Froling. She gives it off to Woods, and Woods hits the bucket. 3-point lead for the Fire. 6:17 on the clock here. Perth ball, and they lob it too long looking for Chibatoni. It goes out of bounds, and it's Fire ball. Townsville just getting a little bit of momentum, just getting a bit of upper hand here. (81-78), 6:14 on the clock. Ellis gets the ball in. Shannon Seabom whistling and calling orders at his troops, the Townsville coach. Woods has got the ball for Townsville. Froling sets the screen. Make them work around. Now Ellis. She's got the mismatch for Froling here. Froling tries to go over Zoo. It looked ugly, but it scores pretty. 2 points for the Fire. Froling's up to 19 points with 8 rebounds and 4 assists. And Townsville lead by 5 with 5:40 on the clock. My, oh my. Great to have you all tuning in. Make sure to hit like on the video, hit subscribe on the channel, and get involved in those comments. 3-point shot from Chibatoni. Drains it for Perth. That's big. That helps them. 81-83. Chibatoni up to 21 points. Equal leading scorer in her side. Woods leads all comers with 26. This is a high-scoring affair by any standard. There's only 167 points in their full game on Thursday night. We've still got 5 and a bit minutes to go here. Fowler, bumping, spinning, working her way into the paint. She's fouled. No, we've got an offensive foul. Offensive foul called, and so now it will be Perth ball. What can they come up with here, Perth? Both sides shooting at great numbers. Perth shooting at 49%. Townsville shooting at 56% so far. And the Lynx call a timeout with 5:04 on the clock. They trail by 2. It is game on here. As I said, we've already got 6 players in double digits. Perth have also got 2 players on 9, 1 on 8. We've got 1 on 9 for Townsville as well. And we're not talking small double digits. Courtney Woods, the captain for Townsville Fire, 26 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, and a steal. Then you have a look at the other side, and you've got Alex Ciabattoni, 21 points. Not a lot of supporting stats, just the 1 assist, but she's been shooting at 60+%. Then you've got Annalie Maley shooting at 70% with 21 points, 16 rebounds, and 5 assists. They are some big, big numbers. 16 rebounds. You have a look at that on the opposite end. The best in terms of rebounds is Alicia Froling and Alex Fowler, both with 8 for the Townsville Fire. Got 5:04 to go from here, team. Who are we backing? Hey, James. Yeah, mate, I'd love that. I called the NBL 1 for a little bit, which is the level below. So it's sort of the second tier, sort of like the G League in the US. So I do a little bit of commentary. But I'm more than open if someone wants to come and knock and come calling. I love doing it, and I really enjoy doing it where I get to, chat to you guys as well at the same time, which is kind of the best of both worlds bit of this, doing the watch-alongs. So Perth with the ball. Swing it around, 3-point shot comes, and Perth, my goodness, that was Steph Gorman. They hit the lead, the Lynx. 4:45 on the clock. It is game on here, and these points just keep on coming. 13-9. I like it, Breeds. Well, they're in the front now, so hopefully you got it at plus numbers. Froling. Mila Sauer trying to break free. Sauer drives into the lane. Rolls it up. Zuhan just swats it away and says, get that junk out of here. 4 seconds on the shot clock. It'll be Townsville ball coming in from the baseline. 84-83, 4:27 to go here. Townsville in possession with 4 seconds on the shot clock. I like it. The boys are confident. Lobbed ball taken away. Ciabattoni races down the other end. Fires it out. Another 3-point shot. Oh, almost goes. Doesn't quite land for Gorman. This time it'll be Wilson, though. Oh, that ball was in and somehow spun back up and out of the hoop. I thought Wilson had hit a 3-pointer to give him a 4-point lead, but instead Sauer for the Townsville Fire goes down the other end. Ellis hands off. Remembering, Townsville lead this best-of-3 series 1-0. As Woods goes in, and there is a foul call. That's on Zuhan. I think that might be the end of her night. No, just on 3. That'll be her 4th. I've jumped the gun a little there. I got a bit carried away. That'll be Zuhan's 4th foul, though. She also copped a slap in the chops from Courtney Woods. 12 points for Zuhan, and she's got 4 fouls, but she's going to stay out there. She's their go-to, the Chinese star. In the meantime, Woods is at the line to put her side back in the lead. She ties us up with the first of the free throws. 3:55 on the clock. Sorry, Breeds, I got a bit carried away, mate. I thought she'd been in some real early foul trouble. I thought she'd picked up another one in there. Woods with 2 gives Townsville the lead. Yeah, that under 177. Not, yeah, Mikhail's having a tough day. Ball swatted down by Mila Sauer. Ciabattoni drives into the lane. Nice little floating jumper. Zuhan taps it home. The lead goes back and forth and back and forth. Do we dare to dream of some overtime? We could end up with 250 points here at this rate. Olsen fires it to Fowler. Fowler, Mila Sauer, back to Olsen. Froling sets the screen. Olsen drives into the left-hand edge of the lane looking for an option. She's got no one to pass to. Then it's just swatted out of bounds, but it's been called as travel. Perth ball, they lead by 1, 3:19 on the clock. You don't want any overtime, James? Okay, I'll do what I can. I'm just having that good of a time calling. Shannon Seabohm signalling something to his team. Meanwhile, Ryan Petrick, the Perth coach, appears to be patting his head and rubbing his belly. I'm not sure what that means. Wilson pops into the lane, pops it out now. Chibatoni for 3, doesn't go. Rebound falls for Fowler. The Fire come away with it. She gives it to Woods. 86-85, 2:52 on the clock. Olsen trickles it down the right edge. Turns back. She's outside the three-point arc. Fowler sets the little bump screen. But do they go the pick and roll? No. Olsen just gives it off to Froling. She's going to drive in and try and take on Hanzu and gets over the top of her to give the Fire back the lead. You still have your belongings to sell. I'm glad to hear that, Mikkel. I was a bit worried when you'd gone quiet. Feed Maley. Well, Wilson's on the ground with the ball. She's holding a knee. And there's going to be a foul called, I think, against Woods here. Hey, Savo. Good to see you, mate. Hope you're going well. A timeout now. 2:22 on the clock. 87-86. It is game on. Perth take the timeout. (87-86). 2:22 on the clock for those Aussie fans, the cricket fans. Very Richie Beno-esque there at 2:22 in game 2 of the Championship Series. Perth with the timeout. All on the line here. Perth must win to keep the series alive. Townsville looking to lock in a 5th championship in 12 seasons. Great to have you all tuning in. We'd love it if you hit like on the video. Hit subscribe on the channel. Continue to look to grow this platform. The more subscribers we get over time, the more videos we'll be able to do, the more content we'll be able to roll out to you. Savo, you would have been watching the Knights earlier today, mate. The NRL over in Las Vegas. Certainly a good win for the Knights to start their season over there. Shame about the injury to Fletcher Sharp. Dogs got it done in a thriller, I think, in Golden Point in the second game. In the English game, Leeds put 50 on Hull KR, which makes it hard to read after Hull KR won the World Club Challenge the week before. But they are the joys of football, rugby league. Perth back in possession. Chibatoni gets 2. Yeah, I watch the NBA, James. I am unfortunately a Miami Heat fan, and we just love getting to play in tournaments as our goal each season. That seems to be the pass mark for us. I dared to dream that we might have got Giannis as Fowler gets a bucket back to give Townsville back the lead. 1:55 on the clock. Wilson in possession for Perth. Who's your side, James, in the NBA? Zuhan out deep, gives it to Maley. Maley pops it in. Chibatoni gets up and takes it, but she's been called for travel. That seems tough. It's the Knights' year. Yeah, I think there's a few Newcastle fans buying grand final tickets if they win on the roulette wheels while they're over in Vegas, Savo. Wow, dear, oh dear, that's a big call. A travel against Chibatoni. Fowler now. 1:34 on the clock. Woods trying to work it for the Fire. Back to Mila Sauer. Spurs. Always had a soft spot for them, especially when Paddy Mills was there. Now we've got a questionable call going against the Fire, so it evens out. Woods and Wilson both giving as good as they got, and Wilson got a finger in the eye, and the referee's called that as a push foul, so I'm not quite sure. But anyway, they're the ones with the whistles. The pressure's on. Is spicy? No. Yeah, so it is. It's Perth ball, and Courtney Woods, who has 28 points, has been fouled out of the game for Townsville. So their captain sits down. 1:22 on the clock. Maley into Zuhan. Wilson struts away into the lane and hits a bucket to give Perth the lead, 90-89. as we get down the home stretch here. It is to and fro, 1:05 on the clock. The captain out for the Fire. Now, Olsen drives in, gives it to Froling. Froling working against Zuhan. Banks it up, doesn't go. Zuhan gets it in the end. One of the Lynx players down on the court on her back, but play on. 44 seconds. Annalie Maley was Wilson. She's now got the ball. She's back on her feet. Good news for Perth fans. She gets the three-point shot up, leaves it short. And Mila Sauer comes away with it for Townsville Fire. 30 seconds to go. 1 point ball game. Yeah, it is, unfortunately, James. They'll shut down my YouTube channel. I thought about that. Don't worry. Olsen's been pretty solid. Yeah, she's got 10 points off the bench. 3-point shot for Ellis doesn't go. Zuhan gets it. And now they have to foul Townsville, and Sauer does foul. 14.4 seconds on the clock. They've got fouls to give, though, Townsville. So Wilson was the player that drew the foul. But yeah, Breeze, Olsen's been good. She's played 21 minutes. And she's got 10 points to her name. She drained a really good three-pointer in the second or third quarter. So, yeah, she's been solid for the Fire. 90-89, 14.4 seconds on the clock. And Perth are going to make you wait, guys. They've called a timeout. Good chance to remind you all, if you haven't already, please hit like on the video. Hit subscribe on the channel. It is coming down to the wire. Townsville trying to seal this. If they can come away with a victory, they'll seal the championship. If not, it'll be game 3 on Wednesday night Australian time in Townsville. And I encourage you, just look up a map of Australia. Have a look at where Townsville is. Have a look at where Perth is. And work out the travel required to go from one to the other. Not just once, but now twice for both of these sides. They played in Townsville on Thursday night. They've come to Perth today, and then they'll be back there on Wednesday. The court announcers asked the Lynx fan to get on their feet in Perth here. They are all standing, cheering their team home. Alicia Froling takes the reins of the Townsville Fire with Courtney Woods fouled out of the game. I think Townsville would, I think Townsville will be too strong at home. The job they did last week, and again, they've been right in this one. I think Townsville will be strong. Breeds. Unfortunately, I will be doing some work on Wednesday night, so I don't think I'll even be able to do a watch along for that one. 90-89, 14.4 seconds. Maley with the ball to inbound. Townsville are going to look to foul early here. They straight away do. Maybe 2 seconds off the clock. Maybe a little less. Currently showing 12.5, but they'll review it. A foul is on Zuhan. That will be into the bonus now. So they had that one, the prior one to give. So Zuhan will go to the line. Yeah, 2 points here will take you to a 3-point play. Still within one score, though, isn't it? Nervy times. Yeah, it does take basically 2 days. Yeah, it's a fair trek. It's like trying to go. Yeah, well, it's no different to you guys in the US, I guess, going from say, maybe San Diego to New York. She hits both. 92-89, 12.5 on the clock. And Townsville will take a timeout and advance the ball, you'd think. They need 3 points here to level it up. I know you said you don't want overtime. But yeah, you basically will fly Perth to Brisbane, James. And then they will do Brisbane to Townsville. So yeah, it's a big trip. And these teams certainly on their budgets do not have private planes that can do, the direct routes. They're flying commercial. And when you're someone like Zuhan and you're 2.1 meters tall, that's, you'd want to hope you're in business class. So yeah, I think it's about a 5-hour flight from Perth to Brisbane from memory. I've done that a couple of times. And then even Brisbane to Townsville then, though, would be, that'd be another probably 2 hours. Depends what you're looking for. I'd probably suggest the East Coast. Perth's a pretty cool place, but is a long way from everywhere. Yeah, so the flight from Brisbane to Townsville, which is in the same state, is 2 hours and 2 hours and 15 minutes and about 1,000 kilometres. So what's that, about 600 miles? But yeah, if you're going to come to Australia, I'd say come over, do like 2 of the capitals, do like Brisbane and Sydney. You can do the Gold Coast as well, or do Sydney and Melbourne. Just depends what you want to do. If you want to go to some sport and stuff as well, then yeah, there's certainly some cool stuff out in those major cities. There's plenty of really good beaches on the East Coast too. If you want to do something a little bit more wild, you can go to the tropics, whether that's up in sort of just north of Townsville, or you go over to Darwin, crocodile capital. Hey, only you're in Townsville, missed shot, rebound taken. Mila Sauer for 3. And she's drained it. We're all tied up 92 apiece, 3.7 seconds on the clock. The youngster, Mila Sauer. Oh, my word. It looked like an absolute airball. Wow. 3.7 seconds on the clock. The Lynx take a timeout. She has just put that up. And I thought there was no chance the way she shot that it was going to go anywhere near the hoop. I called it, James. I said we might go to OT. Piper's on Townsville. Wow, oh wow. Make sure, guys, hit like on the video, hit subscribe on the channel. This is as good a finish as you'll see in a Championship Series game. Horvat got the rebound after the first missed 3, and Mila Sauer just caught it. 2 steps, shot it over 2 players. After she'd missed the first one. Sorry, the first one was over 2 players. The next one just got it back again, shot it over 1 player advancing, and didn't look like missing. She set herself deep. Horvat found her. Wilson closing it down. And Mila Sauer. What about the nerve? What about holding her pose and nailing it? .25. OT, we doubled down. I like it. It's aggressive. 92-92, 4.3 on the clock. Perth have got the ball, though, guys. They've got 4.3 seconds. Mikael. I love that. 92-92. Your TV's glitching. You've been yelling at it too much, Piper. They lob the ball in straight away for Zuhan. Down for Maley. Is that a foul? No. Out of bounds. Perth ball, 0.2 seconds on the clock. It's currently showing. Breitz, I think they're just trying to get it to Zuhan. They lobbed it into her from the inbound and she couldn't get the shot down. And it was a tussle. Horvat touched it last. And I tell you what, if they review this, Seabomb, he's arguing at the Townsville coach. I think the referee got it wrong. It's not often I'll say that. Hey, Robert. Yeah, I know. 1992. You weren't even the Lynx back then. .92. It's Perth ball, inbound on the baseline. 0.6 of a second left, Breitz. They lob it in. They try and get the shot away. Maley can't get it, and it's tied up at 92 all. We're going to overtime. My, oh my. If you've got any fingernails left, it won't be happening. Seabomb's wife works at your school, Piper. There you go. Well, we're heading to overtime. There it is. It's on the scoreboard. 92-92. That would have been the lowest scoring quarter of the game so far. Just 39 points. Perth win that quarter. They've come back from a 5-point deficit at half-time to take us to overtime. Wow. What a finish. Mila Sauer with the 3-pointer. Hey, Piper, look, I like the concept of it going to a Game 3 and going back to Townsville, even if it is Townsville winning it in Game 3 on home court. So probably leaning towards Perth a little bit, but I'm just enjoying some enthralling basketball at the moment, mate. I don't have a vested interest. My team, if I had one, is the Flames, the Sydney Flames. And let's just be honest, they didn't really look like making finals this year. So I'm just enjoying being the neutral. I'm guessing you're on Townsville. Robert's chasing Perth. Great to have you all tuning in, guys. If you haven't already, we'd love it if you hit like on the video, hit subscribe on the channel, and get involved in those comments. Let us know where you're watching from around this wonderful world. We've got people in the US, we've got people in Queensland, we've got people in all sorts of different places, people in New South Wales, people over in Perth. So we're waiting for overtime now. 92 apiece. It is game on. Townsville win, they win the championship. Perth win, it goes to game 3 in Townsville on Wednesday night. It is all on the line here for these two teams. And I tell you what, they've entertained us well and truly across the opening 40 minutes. What have they got in the next 5? The big thing for Townsville, no Courtney Woods, fouled out of the game late in that 4th quarter. The captain for the Fire. Body language doesn't look great from Perth, I'm going to be honest. They got their heads down as they walk back out. Yeah, I'm not sure that's the attitude I was looking for, Robert. Come on, I want to hear some positivity. But I understand where you're coming from. She's been a little quieter than usual today. Emily Maley's had to do a lot of the work. Chibatoni as well, 23 points. So, Olsen. Horvat. Now Froling. Sauer. Mid-range jumper, doesn't go. Maley gets another rebound. My goodness, her rebound numbers must be through the roof at the moment. Let's have a look. What have we got up to? That'll be 18 rebounds for Annalie Maley. Go with 21 points. Wilson pops it to Zuhan, and she gets the bucket. Perth lead early in OT. 4:20 on the clock. It's 94-92. Zuhan with with 16 points. 3-point shot. Bang. Olsen hits it. You asked how she was going, Breitz. There she is. She gives Townsville the lead. 95-94. 4:07 on the clock in overtime. Perth with the ball with Wilson. She fires it to Annalie Maley. Maley back to Wilson. Pops it over. Zuhan over the top. Can't get it to go. And they're going to call an offensive foul on Zuhan, and that will be her night over too. She sits down. That's a 5th personal foul. That's huge. Advantage Townsville Fire. They lead by 1, and Zuhan is back on the bench. Fouled out of the game with 5 personal fouls. An offensive foul goes against her, and Perth have to fight on with 3:59 on the clock. Going to be a big ask now. They don't bring Morris out. Now, Townsville working it around. Froling. Ellis for 3. Pops it up. Doesn't go. Wilson takes the rebound. Wilson driving into the lane. Pops it over for Maley. Maley drops the bucket. They take the lead, the Perth Lynx. 96-95. 3:32 on the clock. Yeah, 2 of the best players are gone. I'd argue that Annalie Maley might have something to say about that, Piper. Mila Sauer, she's putting on a clinic. 97-96, Townsville lead. To and fro. Tell you what, you might need to build Mila Sauer a statue the way she's got you out of a couple of clutch moments late in this game. Now step back from Atwell outside the 3, doesn't go. Ball batted back. Horvat bumps in. Sauer against Atwell. Gets it. Count the bucket and go to the line, says the referee. Townsville lead by 3 with a free throw to come. 3 minutes on the clock. Mila Sauer has been clutch, and here she goes again. Goes in, takes on Atwell. Wins the contest, gets the bucket, and goes to the free throw line. I hope it's a nice bridge, James. I hope at least it's a nice bridge and not one of those ghetto ones with a troll. Yeah, I can't imagine your nerves are doing too well, Robert. I can't imagine even for Piper, the Townsville nerves are too well. Sauer misses the free throw. Ball on the ground. I think that'll be Townsville ball. 2 players contesting on the ground, and it spills out and goes out of bounds, but there was no referee in sight. Which way are they going here? No, they're going to say Perth ball. Maley will inbound on the sideline. Now they work it. Chibatoni. crispest of white kicks on her. Now, Annalie Maley lobs it over the top for Wilson. Going to work in the paint. And it's come off Townsville. I'm not sure how Townsville tried to argue that that wasn't off them. They batted it out of her hands. It was a great contest on the ball. I think that would be a fair outcome at this point. At least taking it to game 3. You just want more of this, Piper. Atwell misses the shot. Wilson gets the rebound. And again, rebounds her own shot. And again, and she gets fouled and she'll go to the free throw line. 4 shots they missed there, Perth. Yeah, you and me both. I'll be having it on at work on Wednesday night if it goes to game 3. I'm a bit disappointed I won't be. I don't think I'll be in a position to live stream. There we go. Wilson gets one back. 2-point ball game. She's at the line for 2, so she's got 1 more to go. Great to have you all tuning in, guys, to the Chris McPherson Show. Live watch along. Townsville versus Perth. 1-point ball game. 2:38 on the clock. Just a reminder, Courtney Woods, the Townsville captain, has been fouled out. Han Zhu, the Chinese superstar for Perth, the big name marquee signing, has been fouled out. It is absolutely game on here. Olsen, bounce pass in for Alicia Froling. Froling, muscling around, goes to the hoop and gets 2. Takes the team into triple figures. Not often you see WNBL teams racking up triple figures, even in overtime. This has been an absolute attacking masterclass from both sides. Perth shooting at 55%. Townsville at 50%. 3-point shot, air ball. Out of bounds from Perth. That's taking the air out of the building. 101.98. 2:09 on the clock. You might have to go and move into the Perth Stadium, James. You might have to come over here for your trip after all. Ellis pushes it wide. Olsen gives it on. Now it sits with Mila Sauer. Horvat can't control it. Maley almost got it. Froling gets it instead. A bit of contact there. I don't know which way the foul's gone. I think the foul might be against Wilson. Ball's getting lobbed left, right and centre, and players ducking because their teammates are throwing friendly fire at them. Let's have a look here. Moores against Wilson, and so Froling at the line to extend the lead. 1:45 on the clock. She hits the first. Tanatar, you want another overtime. Froling, 24 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists. Make that 25 points. They lead by 5. 1:45 on the clock. Perth need to pull something out of the fire here. Pardon the pun. Wilson fires it in. Maley. Mid-range jumper doesn't miss. Nothing but net. Brings up the 3 figures for Perth. They trail by 3. 1:31 on the clock. Townsville in possession. Ellis on the 45 degrees right edge outside the 3-point arc. Gives it off. Horvat. Mila Sauer. Sauer drives down the left edge. Steps back, thinks about the 3. Fires it to Horvat. She thinks about the 3. Gives it off. Sauer for 3 points from deep. Doesn't go. Maley with another rebound. She is racking up those numbers. She's got 23 points and 19 rebounds. Now, Chibatoni over the top of 2 players. Gives it off to Maley. Make that 25 points, and it's a 1-point game. 57 seconds on the clock. Maley, 25 points. No, 27 points now. Townsville. Horvat. Mila Sauer. 8 seconds on the shot clock. They go into Froling. She's going to go to the line. As I said, Maley, 27 points and 19 rebounds. Can't tell you the last time I saw stat lines like that in women's basketball. They've got 5 players in double digits. There's 4 for Townsville. We've got 4 players in the game that have scored over 20. 103, 102 is correct. 41 seconds to go. Townsville at the line. They missed the first free throw from Froling, James. Oh, sorry, Horvat at the line, not Froling. My mistake. Horvat misses the first. She's here for her second. She misses the second. She's none from 2. And Chiabatoni No, they're sending them back. If you're in Australia, you get the free Hungry Jack's cheeseburgers thanks to that. Courtside. She missed both, but now they're sending her back to the line. They're saying that one of the Lynx players stepped into the lane early. This has got absolutely everything about it. 39.9 seconds on the clock. They're going to go to the line again. Horvat, she's none from 2 on this attempt. Will she go none from 3? The suspense building. The early jump from Perth. Questions from the Perth coach. Ryan Petrick asking, what's going on? Clock reset to 41.3. And she hits the third one. So it is 104, 102. 41 seconds on the clock. At least one possession each. If they're smart, Perth, they'll get 2 here. Wilson fires it. Atwell open 3 and drains it. Gives them the lead. 105, 104 with 31 seconds on the clock. Oh, my word. Don't go off too early, Robert. 105, 104, 31 seconds on the clock. Yeah, split seconds between us, I think Piper and Townsville call a time out. I've got a slight delay between the feed happening into me then clicking on the scoreboard pipes. So just roll with me, please. 105, 104. Townsville take a timeout. 31.4 seconds on the clock. My, oh my, what a game this has been. I don't know if my nerves can take much more, but I can only imagine how Townsville and Perth fans are going watching along. Great to have you all along for the journey. We'd love it if you could hit like, if you could hit subscribe on the channel as well. I'll tell you what, with how exciting this is, I'm going to try and find a way on Wednesday night, if I possibly humanly can, to cover this game. I just need to make sure where I'm going to be, I can get enough of an internet reception while I'm away travelling. Your heart can't handle double overtime. I don't think many can. Exactly. Robert's on board. Piper, how's your ticker going? You must be battling as well. My, oh my. 105, 104, 31 seconds to go. This is big. This is big. Maley, Wilson, Atwell, Chiabatoni, and Gorman, I think, out there for the Lynx. Sauer, Froling, Fowler, Ellis, and Olsen for the Fire. They've got the ball. They didn't advance it. They pop it over the top. Froling now with the ball. Gives it off. Olsen. They're leaving Horvat out deep. 16 seconds on the clock. Ellis for 3. Misses the 3. And Wilson comes away with it. There's a contest on the ground. It's going to be jump ball. 9.7 on the clock. I'm not sure which way the arrow's pointing or whose ball it's going to be. Sports gambling really is a worldwide problem. 60 people in here. Yeah, well, look, it gives us a crew of like-minded individuals, James. That's all I can say. Hey, Jack, how are you? Good to have you here. As I said, guys, if you would be so kind as to hit like on the video. If you're enjoying the coverage, hit subscribe on the channel too. As I said, I will do what I can. If I can get a reliable internet reception on Wednesday night, we will try and do another live watch along if we go to game 3. 9.7 seconds on the clock. Townsville in possession. Baseline here. Get a bucket, get a stop, win the championship. If they don't, it goes to game 3. Mila Sauer carves in, goes up, hits the bucket. 106, 105, 7.4 seconds on the clock. 106, 105, 7.4 seconds on the clock. Thank you, James. Been great having you on here, mate. Look forward to seeing you back again soon. We'll be covering some of the men's NBL finals too when we can. Mila Sauer is absolutely killing it. She's up to 16 points, and she has lit up in this overtime. That wonderful three-pointer to take us to overtime. It's going to be Perth ball now, 106, 105. They've got 7.4 seconds to score. Piper's fired up. He wants Townsville to fire up. Great to have you all tuning in, guys. Amazing numbers. Wonderful to see you all. Elmer, thank you for joining us. As I said, if you can hit like and hit subscribe, guys, it'd be wonderful. Really trying to grow the channel, and once we can get to that magic 1,000 number, it just allows us to really ramp things up. 7.4 seconds on the clock in overtime. 1. Please end the game, says James. He doesn't want to live under a bridge or in a cardboard box. Chibatoni, Wilson, Atwell, Maley, and I think Gorman was the 5th. Surprisingly, Perth have only used 3 bench players today. Gorman, Graham, and Morris. For Perth, Froling's out there. Fowler's out there. Nope, Horvat's out there, sorry. Ellis, Olsen, and Sauer. They've gone small ball. Maley in for Wilson. 6 seconds on the clock. 4 seconds on the clock. Wilson. Towns will get a hand in. And we've got a foul. It's Townsville ball, and that should do it. An offensive foul for a push. And I don't think it matters how many deities you call on there, Robert, because Townsville are going to go down and they're going to go to the line. And it's Wilson going over the back of Olsen after she lost control of the ball. And I do believe Townsville are all but your 25-26 NBL champions. The drought continues. She hits the first. This next one's going to be key, though, because there's still 2.7 seconds on the clock. If she misses this, it's a tough beat, James. It is a tough beat. An offensive foul down there. She hits the second. They need a 3-pointer here. They need to drain something from almost half court. They hit the bucket. Oh, it hit the rim and missed. I thought Perth had pulled the iron out of the fire to take it to overtime 2. My, oh my, the Townsville Fire, the 25-26 champions with a clean sweep in overtime, 108 to 105. If you hadn't watched that game, you wouldn't believe the swings and roundabouts. Tough beat, James. I really, really feel for you, mate. Unfortunate. Robert, tough one for you. Well done, Piper. Congratulations to the Fire. What a wonderful game. What a way to end a WNBL series and season. Absolutely huge. Courtney Woods, 28 points. Alicia Froling, 25 points. Annalie Maley, 27 points and 19 rebounds. They are huge numbers. Throw in 6 assists. That is absolutely huge. Alex Chibatoni, 23 points. Atwell, 12 points. Wilson, 13 points. Zuhan, 18 points. Stephanie Gorman, 11 points. 6 players in double digits for Perth and still couldn't get it done. Great to have you all tuning in, guys. Thank you again. Please hit like. Please hit subscribe. The numbers for the remaining players for the Fire. 25 points for Alicia Froling. Absolutely huge numbers for her. 7 rebounds. 8 rebounds, sorry. 5 assists. Woods had 8 rebounds, 7 assists. Alex Fowler got 9 points with 9 rebounds and 4 assists. Mila Sauer, 18 points. I think she probably got 12 of those between the last shot of regular time and overtime, 2 rebounds. Lucy Olsen, 15 points. Wonderful showing, a wonderful game. I can't recall such a heart palpitation style game of basketball in a long time. Thank you all. Please hit like. Please hit subscribe. Thanks, Piper. Thanks, James. Hopefully see you all again soon. Thanks, Robert, Jack. As I said, please hit like. Please hit subscribe. Thanks for getting involved in the comments, guys. We will be back again at 10:30 Eastern Time, Australian time tonight for Australia taking on the Philippines in the Men's FIBA World Cup qualifiers for the Asian Continental Games. But until then, huge thank you again for tuning in to your home of the Black and White of Sports. Look forward to seeing you soon. Please hit like, please hit subscribe, and we'll talk to you again soon for plenty more sports action.